What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace your Gearshift. Pretty much mine broke off about a couple weeks ago, and I ordered the parts online at Mopart, I believe Mopart.com, and it's pretty affordable. I wouldn't say it's an expensive part, but it's kind of affordable. I think I spent probably like 75 to 80 bucks, I think, somewhere around there. And I had this issue that happened to me. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that this happened to with these trucks, and I'm pretty sure it's some kind of recall. But as you guys know, obviously when you using a truck, when you shifting a lot, after some times the gear shift could wear out pretty much. And I noticed this the first time where I was trying to reverse, and it was kind of, my gear shift was kind of like, it was stuck in gear to where it was kind of hard to move it. That was like the first sign. And then after that, when I started shifting it, it was kind of hard to move it around and stuff, until the day finally came where I actually shift just one time and pretty much it broke off. So it's still in place, but I could still use the shifter, but it's just it have a lot of play in it. So I'm gonna show you guys the parts that I ordered from Mopart, Mopart.com, pretty much. Let me show you guys. This is it. This is the new one. So most of the times when you have these, from what I've seen, and what most of the time what happened to people is the fact that I think this part tend to break off. So this is the actual Mopart OEM one, and before you order this, it has to be like, when you order it on Mopart, make sure you order it nowhere but Mopart, because the reason why I recommend it, because you have to give them your VIN number for your vehicle to make sure this actually is the right part that fits. You don't want to order it off Amazon, because I've seen you can order it off Amazon, but it's like, I think probably like 20-30 bucks. It's not real heavy duty metal and stuff. It's like a cheap part. You don't want to do that. And it has a I think this is like some kind of sensor and stuff like that that's on here that plugs in right here in the back. That plugs in once you put that in. So I've been waiting for that part for a couple weeks, but it came in a couple days ago. So today, if you're experiencing that issue, what I noticed is that it's not really that much videos of people showing you how to really be able to do it on YouTube. So I'm pretty much making a video about how to be able to do it, simple steps. I'll show you guys the screws that I'm gonna have to use and stuff. So it's pretty straightforward, easy steps that you can do yourself. You don't have to take it to the dealership to do it, unless you want to waste some money. But before I get into showing you guys exactly what got to be done, so I'm gonna show you guys right now. Really, this is what's going on. So you guys can see the shifter, so much play is in there. Like, you see so much play. So first thing, before I show you guys the tools, it's very easy, simple. So you got to take off this little cover, the dash cover, pretty much. And then you got to be able to take off, let me give you guys a better angle. Sorry about the view. You got to be able to take this off, and then you got to take the bottom piece off. Obviously, this low plastic got to pop off first. And then there's the bottom part that's going to be coming off this to give you the room, or the bottom part right here to be able to give you the room. And these are T20 screws, T20. It's the same thing up here, T20 up there. But it's pretty simple, like straightforward, simple. So I'm just show you guys my step. All right, y'all. So this is the tools that I'm gonna be using. This is just a handle for I believe it's the 5/16 that I'm gonna be putting on there. You don't have to. You can use a socket, like a socket wrench or something like that. And this is the T27 and T20. These are the two tools you're gonna need the most. So there's screws on top of this. I believe it's on this side, but let me hop in real quick so I can show you guys where she broke at. So Let me zoom in so if you guys could see, she broke about, let me move this up, you see? That's exactly where it broke at. So, but this is what you're really gonna need the socket for, pretty much. Like I say, you can use a adjustable wrench or something like that to be able to take it off, whichever one easier for you. So I'm gonna give you guys a little update. So there's 2 screws. Now you guys can see this a little bit better. These 2 screws on the bottom, and then you got the 1 screw that's gonna be underneath the steering wheel. The hole is right there. So you just gotta take those 2. This is 2 screws. You're gonna need a screwdriver for this, and this you're gonna need the T20. So then I'm about to take the 2 off the top. So you pretty much gotta take this off to be able to get this off, because you need the room. And then also you gotta be able to take this off. It looks kind of complicated, but it's not. But I'm trying to hurry up right now because daylight saving. I think I got probably like an hour left, so I'm trying to make this quick. Hopefully this could. So the next step, once you take, so you're gonna take a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gonna be 5 screws on the bottom you're gonna take off. So it's 2 on here. You got 1 over here, 1 up back there, and 1 in the middle. And then once you take that off, it should be able to come off. All right, y'all, so this is how it's gonna look. Everything is out. So now you guys can see exactly what I'm working with. All right, see, now you can see the broken piece on there. So I apologize if showing you guys the angle is kind of bad. I weigh about 200 plus pounds, well, 200 pounds. And I'm a big guy, so it's kind of hard for me to be able to get at a good angle and be able to record. So I gotta hold my phone and then stop, pause. So I'm about to take this off next. The next thing I believe you're gonna need to do is a screw right here. You gotta take that off. And then there should be another screw back here that you got to take off. It's kind of hard to show, but it's going to be back there. And then you pop this off. Once you pop that off, this bolt, you're going to use this bolt to put in the new one. It's going to be able to tighten up the new one. So I got to try to make this fast because daylight saving. So I'm just showing you guys the aftermath. apologize to y'all for the bad angle. Kind of sucks working in a tight space, especially being my size. So, but once this is exactly where it broke at. So this goes on like that. And the piece that broke, I'm gonna show you guys. And then you gotta unclip this yellow piece that's on there. And then there's still, I believe it's 2 more screws that's right here, 1 right here. And then there should be 1 more back there. And then you gotta unplug the bottom part and then pop this part off up here. That gotta come off. So once you take those 3 screws out, this is exactly how it's gonna be, pretty much. So now you gotta pop this off right here, pop it off, and then obviously you gotta unplug the stuff underneath, and then you should be good to put in your new one. Finally able to get it back in place, and she shift. Time to find out. Yep, smooth, nice and smooth, just like that. No more play. So okay, y'all, so I finally show you guys. My camera is a little bit blurry. Let me clean it out. All right, so I finally was able to show you guys the steps. Wasn't really a direct how-to because, you know, it was a lot going on, but I was able to show you guys. You guys kind of get the point. Let me open up my door. You guys kind of get the point. So hopefully that was able to help somebody out. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Peace out.